Hey guys, welcome back to Belle's Hoyas. Please join me on this special journey here where I have compiled precious footage through 6 months. You will see how Hoya seeds are naturally formed, collected, and finally becoming new plants. This is the very first time for me as well, so let's take this exciting journey and experience these heartwarming results together. Now, usually we propagate Hoyas by stem cuttings and rooting them, growing new plants this way. On the other hand, growing Hoyas from seeds is considered uncommon as Hoya flowers don't always form seeds naturally. Well, I have over hundreds of flowers before, so do trust me when I say that, because this is the very first time I have actually gotten seeds, guys. And I understand seeds are only formed by natural pollination by insects, usually the nocturnal night ones such as moth, or in my case I think it's probably the help of my garden lizards. Of course, I know there are some seasoned growers who do artificial pollination to crossbreed their plants for new species, but I guess that is another level altogether. My Hoya plant has several flowers and usually these drop off in about a week, so I didn't really pay much attention to it really. However, one day I suddenly realized this long brown bean-like structure and oh my gosh, it's a Hoya pot. This Hoya haven't been flowering since 6 months back, so I could safely assume the seed was formed since back then and has happily grown to this long size without my knowledge. It is around 6 cm long and even bigger than the leaves themselves. I am really super excited and have no idea when it will ripen. I read some people would put a bag over the pot to capture the seeds when they ripen. However, I didn't want to do that to avoid the risk of breaking the pot stem as it looks really fragile. Day after day, I faithfully checked it because I read from internet the seeds are really light and they would fly away right after being released. And one fine sunny day, about 1 month later, I was greeted by the cutest and fluffiest little ones. Yes, the pot has split open and these seeds are as white and fluffy as you can see. They are so adorable and indeed they are very light. I can already see some of them are being blown quite far away, and as the wind blows you can already see some of them floating a little bit, getting ready to fly away. And just one more point to share. I read the pot color changes just right before it ripens. So it was brown before, and a couple of days before opening, it changed to a yellow color. So for you guys that might be waiting for your pot to open, this color change may help prepare you for the big day. The next step is to sow these little ones. Hoya seeds do best when freshly sown or up to 1 week for best results. I have prepared a moist bed of fresh sphagnum moss for these babies. Now, some people prefer soil media. I think it would work well too, depend on your actual condition. But for me, it's been super hot and windy lately, so the moist moss will work better for me to maintain moisture at all times. I place the seeds lightly on top of the moss and cover the box up for humidity. And I leave it in an area with bright light but out of the direct sun for best effects. And of course, do keep it in a very warm place as well. Patience is the key during this germination process. Generally, it takes 1 to 4 weeks. I noticed my first tiny green shoots after 2 weeks, perhaps even earlier, as when I opened the box, some of the seedlings are already rather tall. Keeping the media constantly moist but not overly wet, plus giving optimal light and warmth will definitely help support germination. I noticed the seedlings are growing in the direction of the light, and some of the seedlings are rather leggy, so I moved them to an area with slightly more light, but nothing harsh as they are still very delicate. I try to provide some gentle morning sun to encourage more growth, and I keep the cover semi-open to allow air circulation while keeping some humidity. It is also critical to maintain moisture and prevent any drying out at this stage where the baby plants are still very delicate, and also to avoid sudden changes to their environment. I would only repot them into potting mix when they develop their true leaves. Regarding the potting mix, I have shared a video earlier on how to make an ideal potting mix for Hoyas, and I will leave the link in the comments below, so do check it out if you are interested to find out more. The baby seedlings are in different stage of growth, and that is normal as in nature. Not all seedlings will develop at the same speed, and not all will germinate as well. And I'm happy to say I have at least 9 baby seedlings here, and I hope all of them can survive. At this angle, we can also see, even at this tiny size, the plants already have a rather long root, seeking moisture and sustaining the baby plants. Here is an update after 2 more weeks. My 9 young plants are doing well. Though slowly but surely, they are growing steadily. With continuous gentle morning sun and keeping them lightly moist, they are becoming more robust. Some of them are already putting up their first true leaves. This is the first set of real leaves, not baby leaves. The real leaves will look similar to the leaves of the adult plant, and thus the name true leaf. It would also be a time to signal repotting into the Hoya potting mix. Some growers will repot the seedlings at this stage once they become older, as it is actually not ideal to keep its roots moist at all time to prevent root rot. As for me, I would probably repot those with true leaves up first, and allowing the rest to grow in moss until they are a bit more robust. At this stage, I also do not cover the box up anymore, allowing the plants to grow in natural humidity, which is around 50 to 70% here in Singapore. And I also slowly introduce more hours of direct morning sun to encourage growth by putting them over this area of my garden. Throughout this journey of growing Hoya seeds, there are challenges, and it is indeed time consuming. But witnessing the growth and development of these plants from tiny seeds to healthy baby plants is an immensely rewarding experience for me or any Hoya parent or Hoya lover. And before we go, here is a surprise to share. One of the seeds has flown far, far away and landed here. Mother Nature is truly amazing. This tiny one overcame all obstacles and germinated naturally on just the tiniest bit of media, and it has grown even stronger than some of the seedlings in my moss box. This really is a testimonial to resilience and adaptation. I hope the strength and resilience of this little one brings us all positivity and encouragement in each and every one of our lives too. Thank you for joining me. Do like the video, as this can help share to more plant lovers and Hoya lovers on YouTube. Happy to hear any comments and feedback too. Until the next one, bye!